They have to find the shooters, find transition shots, get to the shooters early. But for Georgia Tech, playing aggressive D, Coach Fortner said this is the first time she's playing an aggressive man-to-man for most of the game. A few times in my playing career.
Twice,
that happens to me still at home when I just hit walls. But looking attack mode like she is, able to get the score, so strong going up, uses her body so well.
Furman without their top player in Tate Walters today. Ooh, around the back feed and a block from behind. Tonie Morgan. Where did she come from? 5 seconds to shoot. Going out of Nas. A dribble. Kickback. Morgan's got to let it fly from way out. She sinks it. Oh, man.
There's not much you can say about that. That's just big time.
One more time. Tonie Morgan with the bailout. The Yellow Jackets shooting close to 70% here in the first quarter. And an easy interception for Tonie Morgan. Naredo trailing. Morgan does it all by herself.
And that's a good read by Morgan.
And run with it here and get some production from her spot.
Alberta Rimdahl is in to replace Matharu, and there's an and one from Morgan.
So good. Getting to the rim, taking contact, and finishing. You watch the tape on her. She's going left. She's going right. She can.
Had 7 minutes to go, and Georgia Tech a 5-point lead. Augustinade, a couple threes, and now a turnover by the Gators. Morgan got the flyby and the roll. The double team trap here. Where's she going to go with it? She turns it over. Tonie Morgan eyeing Augustinade, catch and shoot. Count it.
Play in an area, but they need to continue to attack.
Aspen Johnson loses the dribble, scooped up by Morgan. The Yellow Jackets out and running. Great movement, and Kara Dunn with it on a tee.
See what they can get open, make Georgia State's defense have to work.
There's some quick passing and open. Morgan splashes down the three.
And we see right here, Tonie Morgan, she gets her feet set, left wide open.
And that's a fourth on Christina Bryant. She will stay in for the moment. Nuedo down the chute, tipped away by Williams. Patience Williams, the USF transfer, it is slapped right out of her hands by Nuedo. Morgan lowering the shoulder.
Had a good win against Furman the game before that one, so Coach Williams was excited. He was hoping that he would be 6 out of 9, but right now he's 5 out of 9.
And a drive and finish here from Tonie Morgan.
Oh,
and a takeaway from Morgan. She read that play all the way. Tonie Morgan, hoop plus the foul.
Crashing in for the offensive rebound. And that pass nearly knocked away. In fact, it is. It goes to Georgia Tech and Blackshear. Blackshear dishing it out to Johnson, who lays it in. So important for Georgia Tech. Tonie Morgan, who's had a hard time with them, comes away with a steal up from Tanaya Latson. Morgan dishing it to Blackshear. Left hand, good.
Into some sort of offense so you can get a good look at the basket.
Trailed by Vaughn, double clutch and one.
Yeah, and I'll say that's a good look at the basket. Good decision by Tonie Morgan.
Every shot will be challenged hard, but Morgan, too much force to the rim. Georgia Tech by 2.
3 on the shot clock. The dish on the inside, that's rattled in, and a nice bucket. As a player over the last couple of seasons with the Panthers, she's trying to lead by example. The dish on the inside, the Blackshear goes.
Great example of not getting impatient.
Johnson to inbound. Feeds Morgan. A one dribble pull up. Banks it in.
And me over here shaking my head, but hey.
3 of the year. And it comes to beat the horn in the first quarter.
Dunn, the inbounds. Good cut and a finish, and Mayer is going to get whistled. It'll be an and one opportunity.
Finish that. That's great execution on the inbounds play, and she's bigger and stronger than T. Mayer, and she uses that strength.
It's a great sign for Carolina as they bother Morgan out there with the ball. Georgia Tech has had 5 trips without a point. That was a tough shot for Tonie Morgan.
Yeah, Tonie Morgan just stops, gets a little...
Nice run here. Georgia Tech was down by 10, and now they can tie it or go ahead. Morgan ties it.
Now, in the first half, Georgia Tech was doing what Boston College is doing to them right now, made them hurry up.
Morgan read the pass, yanked it right out of the air.
Double if you haven't been around the ACC in recent days.
13 double-doubles on the season.
That includes, when you talk about her overall point production, 22-plus every time she hits the floor on average. Boy, what a move down the right side as this is laid home. Finished off by Tonie. What this evening has been. It is a reminder, and certainly something, you know, Coach Brooks and his staff want to let sink in, what happens when all hands are on deck.
Latson lost it. Here's Morgan on the move. In transition, Tonie Morgan all the way to the rim.
Slow them down, keep them in the half court, and then force steals when they attack in that kind of traffic. So good job by the Jackets in the first half.
39-39. Once again, another broken tie and another lead change.
Both of these teams are leaving a lot of points on the board, just missing bunnies at the rim, which I know is going to be on film for both of them to see tomorrow.
Irish have missed 9 of their last 10. At 3, down for Morgan. Also the first Notre Dame player with a 30-point, 10-rebound, 5-assist game since 2000. Gets another swipe. The bounce to DeWalt. He got a block, though, by Morgan.
Abel using the Coles screen. Malaya forced that pass inside when it wasn't available. Morgan the other way. Morgan takes it strong, count it, and the foul. And it's 6-0 Yellow Jacket.
Pushing the ball down, no one stops it, no help there. Might have got away with a little hand check there, a little push. Game tied. So who's going to make the plays for Georgia Tech?
Adanaz was abandoned, and she still finds the cutter, and it's Morgan with a chance for a three-point play.
We saw her on the court was the last time you and I worked together, all the way back in early December.
It's been that long. Verjao is such a factor in this game.
And so is Tonie Morgan. Another offensive chance thanks to Johnson's hustle. Under 10 on the shot clock again. A beautiful pass to Blackshear, and she converts off the Morgan feed. Do that in the fourth quarter of this one.
Because Miami, that's one thing that they can do is play defense. They're one of the top, I believe, second in the conference in defensive field goal percentage this season.
Morgan from deep, and she drains the 3. They've been led all day by Morgan with 12. Morgan for 3. Good again. Her second 3 of the night.
Sometimes Clemson just simply don't flash to the basketball and create a good passing lane.
And with that bucket, Amari Robinson moves into number 3 all-time scoring at Clemson. Morgan with the drive and draws the foul and gets the bucket. Morgan, and man, it's going to be tough for the Tigers with her back in the game.
Yep, no doubt about it. She kind of pushed off right there, but Elmore's got to be.
Morgan dribbling it outside. Now she'll drive on Whitehorn underneath the reversal. That's a beauty.
A free ball coming up short from Hayes. Battle for the rebounds. Yellow Jackets come up with it. Morgan. Oh, what a tough finish. My goodness.
One of the most versatile post players in the country, and then going up against Olivia Cochran, who had a really good showing in Syracuse besides the last second foul that was oh so controversial. Tell you what's not controversial? Georgia Tech shooting right now.
Rado for 22, the ACC Rookie of the Week. And another steal. Morgan connects coast to coast. Jackets without a point in the last 3+ minutes. Morgan inside, and that changes here.
I'm going to try to get her on the move, give her more opportunities to get downhill, and she is very good at taking contact and finishing the shot.
Carter off to Morgan, curling to the foul line, raising up, knocking it down with the shot clock expiring. Leads by 10. Another look at that tough pull-up from Tonie Morgan.
And that NCAA tournament run a season ago that we talked about, and it's a 1-point lead for the Hurricanes. They go back and forth, and Morgan able to give Georgia Tech the lead right back. Down today.
I mean, just a good frame, good body.
Williams with 5 to shoot, kicks it out. Time dwindling on Miami with a block from Morgan. Outlet feed. Dunn had to slow down to catch it.
But you need to space the floor as much as you can to get King the ball inside.
They only hit on average 4 of them a game at a 28% clip, both last in this now 15-team league. Will be 10 seconds left to go for Georgia Tech. Morgan pulls up, gives Tech the 1-point lead after 1.
Well, now Fortner looking to flatten it out. Kayla Blackshear gets...
Now the numbers may be down a little from the expectations that were so sky high for Jaden Donovan, but has really gotten some high praise from Kara Lawson as Tonie Morgan takes it to the basket and is fouled.
Mayer, the point guard, she's got size and strength over this matchup right here. And even though Duke switches, when that happens and Tonie Morgan sees that match...
2 30-point games this season, including in a heck of a game that Georgia Tech played at NC State that went to overtime. And Tonie Morgan now starting to feel it. Starting to knock down some triples, finding their way back into this one.